All right, so let's go ahead and create one more table. I want to have a table full of owners. Let me go ahead and actually drop my table pets again. I'm going to add something else. Let's go ahead and actually think about these in this order. I want a pet to belong to an owner. So what I need is I need to set up what is called a foreign key, and that is a column of the table that references a different column in another table. And the way we can do that is we can have owner ID. And the reason we have to do quotes around it is because I'm insisting that I want my camel case to make sense. If you don't put quotes around something that's in camel case or has exotic characters, what will happen is SQL will lowercase the string automatically for you. And that's fine, except for when we're using Node Postgres, we want the things that come back to have the correct format for our JavaScript code. And this is one way we can force that to happen. So I want the owner ID to be an integer. And I want this to reference another table. So in here, I'm going to also set up an ID, serial primary key, like that, and have a name, varchar 255. Now let's go ahead and get rid of this unique constraint. I'm going to add a not null constraint saying that you can't create a owner without them having a name. You just can't have a blank name owner. Same, I'm going to go ahead and put a not null here. I'm going to go ahead and put a default value, right? You can also set default values, unknown. And it's important, strings in our SQL commands have to be single quoted. And then if you have something in double quotes, it will be treated as if it is a table key, a table column name. And so it's very important that this default actually have those single quotes around it. If you want, double quotes inside of it, you can escape. That's fine, but you do have to set it up this way. Age integer. Let's see. We can set a default here. We'll just say the default age of all of our pets is 5. And our owner ID integer. And then we say it references. And then we have to specify what table it references, owners, and then what column it references, and that's ID. And then that is the end of my definition. I don't have a comma here. I do have a comma here. So let me go ahead and create this table. That worked. Let me go ahead and create this table. That worked. And so now if I do /d, it'll describe my database. And I can see that I have 2 tables. Ignore the sequences. That's just part of those primary keys. But I do have 2 tables, one of which is owners, one of which is pets. Describe table owners, D owners. You can see that these are the columns here, ID and name. And we can also see if we describe pets. Here are the things that we have, the owner ID, and we also see that there is a foreign key set on owner ID. Okay, so that's it for creating the 2 tables that we're going to use for the rest of this demo. Let's go ahead and pause, and we'll come back and we'll insert some data.